Team, a woman accused of trafficking a teen for sex is behind bars. Police say she tried arranging sex between a 16-year-old girl and an undercover detective. An expert says this happens more than we know. But as Team 12's Bianca Bono shows us, there are things that we can all do to prevent it.
It's hard to imagine child sex trafficking happening close to home, but Phoenix police say that's exactly what happened here near 27th Avenue in Camelback Saturday night. Court documents say around 8 o'clock, this woman, 22-year-old Precious Drake, went up to a man offering to have sex with him for $100. That's when she called over her so-called friend, only 16 years old, offering her to the man for another $100. Drake didn't know she was propositioning an undercover detective. Cops taking both Drake and the teen into custody, both of them telling officers they traveled from Mississippi to Texas, then to Arizona with the victim's boyfriend, Precious Drake. Drake now charged with child sex trafficking.
We only think about trafficking when we see the movie Taken or things like that, so it doesn't enter into our mind. The reality is trafficking happens in grade schools.
Courtney Bollinger of Streetlight USA, an organization that works with girls victimized or at risk of sex trafficking, says the statistics are alarming. The National Human Trafficking Hotline finds last year there were more than 200 cases reported in Arizona alone, and the average age of someone lured into trafficking, about 14 and a half.
And unfortunately, traffickers and pimps and groomers all know how to pick out a kiddo who is alone and afraid and does not feel loved.
Bollinger says in addition to showing your children love, there are a number of things you can do to keep your kids safe.
Talk to your children about sexual abuse. Talking to the kids about social media and the dangers of it. This one is huge. Social media is the top platform now for traffickers to find victims.
And Bollinger says police can only be in so many places at once, so it's important for all of us to look out for signs. And if you see something that doesn't seem right, report it. Bianca Bono, 12 News.